Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 of our 12 weeks of Christmas series, if you can believe that. We are just motoring our way to Christmas, and I can't believe that we're already here. So, I mean, this is the week that, well, at least in our home, we start to think about, should we be decorating? Should we not decorate? Is it too early to put the tree up? You know, all of those things. And so I thought it was a great week to start talking about our decorating, making this adorable, cute ornament that you can add to your Christmas decor this year. And it is so easy. You are going to absolutely love it. I made a few of them now, so I will show you some samples of different ones that we can make. And we'll make 2 here together so you can really get a look at how it's made, but it's super, super easy. I will mention to you, this is coming up, our Crafty Christmas here in Medicine Hat. So this is an in-person event being held by the Fruitful Specialty Shop. They're an adorable store downtown in Medicine Hat that makes fruit bouquets, and they have also a really splendid little menu of waffle bowls and smoothies and all sorts of stuff that you can get there. So go check it out. But if you want to come and join me for a craft night there, November 30th, actually it's in the afternoon. So November 30th, which is a Saturday at 3 o'clock, or the following Sunday, December the 8th at 2 o'clock. So we'll be making 2 Christmas cards. The cost is $20, and then we get, usually the Fruitful Specialty Shop provides a nice sweet little treat for us. So it's a great time. It's really casual and fun, and this is their first event at their new store. So you're going to want to come and check it out. I'm super excited to go in there. If you remember where the Red Cliff Bakery used to be downtown, that's the store that they're in, and isn't that a beautiful location? So go check it out. I think that's 2nd Street. Actually, is it on here? Yeah, 2nd Street, Southeast. So right across the street from... I forget, the cafe, you know, the cafe that's downtown, and some of the places like that. So come and join me. You have to call the store to register. The phone number is right here, or you can also find it on my Facebook page. There's a link here for this event that you can check out as well. So I hope you'll come. Welcome, everyone. We are going to kind of get cracking here. I know that it's starting to be a busy season, and some of you like to come and watch after the fact, which is fabulous. This is here so you can come back and watch as many times as you like. It will always be on my Facebook page. I will add it to YouTube as well. So if you're watching on either of those locations, say hi, let me know that you're here. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming and watching these videos with me every week. So we are on, like I said, week 7. Crazy, crazy. All right, I have my ornaments kind of tucked away because, well, you know, I have cats and I don't want them to wreck them. So let me show you some of the ornaments here that I've already made, and then we can take a look at how we put this together. So this is the first one I made here. And this is really all that you need, is 5 pieces of 3x3 double-sided designer series paper or pattern paper. You need a piece of ribbon. You need some strong adhesive. So I've got tear and tape in this case. And you need a bead. You know what? And the bead is even optional because I will show you what the bead serves the purpose for. So these will actually fold down flat like this, so that they can be kind of mailed or transported or stored, whatever you want that to look like. And then you would just pull down this bead and the bead just holds it in place. So it can just go like this. It can be kind of a surprise little pop-up gift for someone. And then when you want to make an ornament, you just move your bead up and then it's going to pop up into an ornament just like this. These just kind of come together. And then you pull the ornament back together to hold it in place. And now you've got an ornament. Like, isn't that just the cutest thing ever? It's so adorable. So you can use this as an ornament or any home decor. Add it to a wreath, stick it in your, what do you call that thing that goes along your fireplace? You know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the words. Or again, you could add this to a gift bag as a tag. And so we'll kind of look at what that might look like here as we go today. This one here is using the Take a Bow designer series paper. It's 6x6 designer series paper. So it works out wonderful because you can just get out of a couple sheets of paper, you can get an ornament easy. What I wanted to mention, I paused because right now is the seasonal sale for Stampin' Up! As well until Friday. And our designer series paper is actually 20% off. So it is a great time to stock up. And I should say designer series paper out of our annual catalog. And there is some Christmas paper in there if you wanted to use it for this purpose. Or you can even just get some of our regular color family paper that is sort of all brights or all regal colors, because they've got lots of great greens and reds, and you can use those as well. So those are 20% off right now. So run to the store. The link is in the description here, and grab some designer series paper, and you can make a boatload of these really quickly. Okay, this is another one that I made. So again, this one here you'll notice was done with all of the same paper, the same paper patterns, and then we have the real red and gold polka dot ribbon. And this is just honestly a really cheap bead that came from I don't even know where. It was in this little kit that I stole out of my kids' craft cupboard. So I don't even know where this came from. The only thing that you need to know is it needs to be large enough for the ribbon to go through, but not so large that there isn't any like kind of friction there to hold it in place. So that's what you need there. This one here was made with different colors, and this was made with a Season of Elegance specialty designer series paper that we use for our diamond fold card. And so I used a variety of the ones, the cherry cobbler, the basic beige, and the old olive here with the gold, and it's just super, super beautiful. And again, then inside we've got the kind of plain side of the paper without the gold, but it's just striking. And then we have the cherry cobbler and gold ribbon to go along with this one. And again, you just pull the bead and we can just shrink this little baby up. You could decorate this up really nicely if you wanted this to be a tag, just like this, without it being open. You could add on here a to and a from. You could put something pretty on kind of this end piece. And then when they open it, this end piece gets hidden and it becomes an ornament. So just so many things you can do with it, but it's absolutely adorable. At least I think it is. I'm in love with them. I've made a few. This one here was kind of a trial, and I do love it. What I did is I used some specialty vellum, and what was this called? Let's see. This is part of the Graceful Greenery vellum, and it's just actually kind of white. I don't know if you can see. Sort of white with kind of like some frosted white speckles on it. But anyways, what I did is I actually embossed it with silver and gold snowflakes. And then I folded it and created one of these ornaments. Now, the only thing I found out about this one is that when I used the silver twine, it was too thin to really hold the bead. So the bead it's not like sturdy enough to kind of stay in place for it to be a pop-up one, which was absolutely fine. So all I did was adhere the two end pieces together, and now it's an ornament. It can't be also folded down and become a tag or mail, etc., etc. It has to kind of remain in this shape. So that's okay. So then you could make them without the bead if you don't have any, and just make them into ornaments. So this one was really pretty. I love the embossing on here. With the silver and gold snowflakes. The only thing I think I would do differently if I made this one again is I would also kind of emboss the other side, because this side is just plain, right? Like you can see kind of black or gray snowflakes sticking through. I think it's really pretty, but I would have really loved to have had a little bit of that embossing on the other side as well. So I would just emboss both sides. Anyways, options, choices, things that you could make with these. But let me show you how you do that, okay? So I've cut a whole bunch of 3x3 paper here, just so we have choices. And so you need, like I said, you need only 5 pieces of 3x3 double-sided designer series paper. And then you need 2 pieces that measure 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, so that's what you need. And these are going to be our end pieces that kind of hold our ribbon on at the end. The other thing that I found really helpful was to use my silicone mat. And the reason that I like this is, as you can see, is I just kind of pre-tore a whole bunch of tear and tape and laid it out like this. So our silicone mat, the adhesive doesn't stick to it. So if you're ever doing kind of a sticky project like this with any type of adhesive, this is a nice way to make sure it doesn't get on your work surface. You can just wipe it off. Same with if you're painting, etc. Anything, you saw us use it last time for the embossing paste. It just cleans right up. So it's just a really great addition to your crafting space. And I like doing this because if I was having to pause every time I needed a piece of this, it just slowed things down. So I found this very helpful and for this project. So I don't even know how many I need, to tell you the truth, but I'm just going to tear a whole bunch here. And I'm going to show, we're going to make a couple of them today just to really get the hang of it. So I should get my ribbon out. I put it away because, you know, cats. So I should pull my ribbon out now that I'm here. I'll just finish doing this. So I just laid out a whole bunch of little strips, about 1 inch long. There's really no right or wrong way to do this as far as length. And the one thing I love is that it really is just tear and tape. You just tear it off at the length that you want. Really easy to work with. The other thing you're going to need, you can use your paper cutter with your scoring blade, but I actually found that just folding it and using a bone folder worked a lot better, because when you're using your scoring blade with the designer series paper, it can tear it because it's a thinner paper. And your scoring blade, often we're just in the habit, we push down and we push, and it'll actually cut through your paper. We don't want that to happen. So we're just going to fold it and use our scoring blade. Let me just grab my ribbon. I think I'm going to just use this today. This is actually an old roll of ribbon I have, but we still have this, except that it is black and vanilla. This one is black and white. And I think it's a slightly wider ribbon, but I'm going to use this one today because it's the same thing. Black and white plaid, which I think is really Christmassy and beautiful. And we're going to use that today. Okay, so I'm going to just set this aside and let's decide what we're going to do here. Let's make one that has a bunch of different pieces because I've already made one with this paper that's all the same. So let's just try and do something that's different pieces. So I'm going to take one of those, and we can use either side, obviously. One of those and one of those and one of those. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Just put those over there. We will use that side, and then we need one more piece of, let's see, we'll use that one. We'll use these sides just like that. And then I've got these two end pieces here that are just the green or the polka dot. All right, let's do that. So what you're going to do here, and I do have actually a project sheet for you as well. I will add the link to the description of this video after I get it uploaded to YouTube, because I want to put the link on the project sheet. Okay, so we're going to fold this in half one way. We're going to open it, and then we're going to fold it in half the other way. Okay, so just give it a little finger fold and then a little bit of a press like that. And then you're going to open it up, and I flip it over. This is the easiest way to do this. And then we're going to go diagonally, like crossways. It doesn't matter which way you go, like to the left or to the right, it's the same thing. So we're going to set that aside, and we're going to do that to all of these. Okay, so the part that I want outside is the part that I'm going to fold. So I'm folding towards, this is going to become sort of the inside of my star. Let me just show you. So this is what I mean by outside, and this is going to be the inside. Okay, so the part that we want to show when it's open is going to be our outside, and then our inside will be here. Okay, so we're going to fold this again diagonally, use our bone folder, give it a nice crisp fold, and set that aside. All right, so again, like how easy is this, right? This is literally all that you have to do is just fold some paper. You could do this with your kids, with your grandkids. You could make a whole bunch of these as a school project. They're just so easy to make and so affordable that it really is, I forget what I was doing here. It really is something that you can just do over and over again And you don't have to be, you know, super skilled. Use your scraps up and make yourself a beautiful project. Okay, so this was the outside of that one. So I want this to be the outside of this one. Okay. Pay attention, Sarah Lynn. So I think this week we might put our, this weekend might put our tree up. We usually wait till after Remembrance Day. It's just, otherwise it just seems to get really kind of worn out looking by the time Christmas gets here. So in order to avoid that, I like to kind of wait as long as I can, but typically after Remembrance Day hits, I can't wait much longer. I mean, it takes a little bit of work to get your decorations up. So you gotta have them up for a little bit of time. Otherwise, it hardly seems worth it. So, okay, we've done that. We're gonna fold. Okay, so we folded it this way. We folded it this way. Yes, okay. We want this to be the outside. I'm like kind of going backwards. And if you fold it, don't flip it over to fold. It's okay. It just makes it easier for the next step. Okay, so because these are all different, it doesn't matter which one we do first. Now we're just going to fold these. So you can see we're going to fold them, and these parts that we folded in the other way are just going to kind of tuck in. We call this a smash fold. So we're just going to kind of fold it into a square. So the sides that we folded diagonally are just going to tuck in behind like that. And then it's going to fold into a square nice and flat. So you can, again, burnish those edges really nicely. And then we're just going to use this tear and tape. You could use Stampin' Seal Plus. You could probably even use liquid glue. You're just going to have to take some time to make sure that you let it dry in between each layer here. So it's going to have a nice strong hold. But I really think that tear and tape is the way to go. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do the same thing, right? We're going to just tuck in our sides. We've got a square here. So the only thing you need to remember with this is that all of the points, like all of the closed points, have to point to the same, have to kind of be adhered together so that all your open ends are on the same side, like this, and all of your closed points are together at one end. That's the only thing you have to remember to make this project work. Other than that, you can choose which order you want your papers to go in, etc., etc. Okay. And again, if you're having trouble getting the backing off your tear and tape, all that means is that you need to just burnish it a little bit, the backing with your, so now I gotta think, with your bone folder, and then it'll help it to adhere to your paper. Okay, so this one, I think I folded it. Oh no, I didn't. So you're gonna tuck in the sides here just like that. Again, and again, if you did it backwards, you just have to do what I do. Just think and force it a little bit more to go in the way you want it. Okay, Dutchie's gonna maybe say hello here. Duchess, don't eat the ribbon and don't steal my ornaments. She was trying to, I actually added a ring light to my craft room just for video. I was trying to get better lighting. I'm not sure I've been successful, but she's already trying to just eat the cord. She's just a troublemaker. That's all she is, a troublemaker. They're just so curious, and it's hard to, keep them away from stuff. Okay, so we've got that. We've got one more to go here. See, it's not hard. It's really kind of repetitive, and if you fold them in kind of the way that I mentioned to you, it's really easy to even squash fold them, as they call that. By they, I don't know, the origami people. Okay. Okay, so we've got all of our points together and all of our open ends together. So you can see, Duchess, get down. You can see that when we open this, we've got all different patterns going all the way around. Same with the outside. I think that's really cute. I actually really like that. This is, again, the Take a Bow paper, B-O-W, and it's 6x6 paper. So it's really easy. You cut it in half each way and you get 4 pieces. So with a couple pieces, you can make a piece, or you can make an ornament. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we're going to add our ribbon. So you could take up to 12 inches of ribbon, but that's actually way more than you need. So just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to say like probably like 10 is lots. So I'm going to cut this at 10. And then I'm just going to kind of measure another piece that's the same. But take as much as you need. If you're going to be hanging it on your tree, you might want a little extra. I'm going to cut some more just for our next ornament that we're going to make as well. So if you're wondering why I'm cutting 4, you only need 2 pieces for each ornament. Okay, so there's 2 there. Okay, and then you're going to take this. So the part that's going to point up is your open end. So this part here. So you're going to run some adhesive diagonally here, okay? But you want your ribbon to hang off this side, if that makes sense, okay? So we're going to go and we're going to put our ribbon going this way, running up to the point towards the open end, okay? We're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to take a piece of adhesive and we're going to add our ribbon, running diagonally up off of the end towards the open side. Let's see how many times can I say that so that we don't forget. Okay, now I'm just going to take these 2 pieces here, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of preference. You're not going to see this when your ornament's open, so it's really if you're going to use it as a tag. And you could just use a plain piece of cardstock or paper as well if you are going to use it as a tag, so that you have a plain place to stamp or to write on. But I'm going to just add a couple pieces on here and adhere this over top. And this is going to kind of sandwich in our ribbon and create sort of that end there on our ornament. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Now, the one thing to note is that when you put this on, this one actually fits pretty good. Sometimes I find there's a slight overhang because it's amazing. This little fold here isn't much, but it's just enough to kind of 1 millimeter or so. And I found this little piece kind of once in a while is just kind of hanging over, and it drove me nuts. So if that happens to you, just take your scissors and carefully just trim it down. But ours is looking good here today, so. All right, let's do a couple more. And I like to try and get pieces on this one that sort of fit the size of the paper. So it's going to stick down well and keep our ribbon in place. Okay, doesn't want to come off, so let's burnish it a little bit better. See if we can get a hold of it. I think sometimes long nails are a good thing for crafting. I do not have them. Okay, come on. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side the same. So now our paper is all completed. And I think that one is fitting just okay as well. So we're going to go ahead and put our bead on. So I just have these square beads. A little, gold or silver bead or whatever your color scheme is would look really pretty. But I have these ones on hand. So I am going to go ahead and just continue to use these. So you're going to grab your ends here and your 2 ribbon together. Now to get your ribbon through your bead, it's really helpful to cut kind of a pointed end on your ribbon. So I'm going to line these up like this. And I'm going to kind of make a really sharp point if I can. And if you have better ribbon scissors, that's really helpful too. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to try to feed those through there. You can roll them up if you need to. Kind of twist them a little bit and stick them through there. Now I tried, kind of adding sort of a piece of adhesive around there. So kind of like a shoelace. I think we got one through. Okay. But that actually was not effective. So you can, maybe if you want to add it onto a needle and thread it through, you can do that too. But this actually works pretty good. Once you get, it works better if you do them at the same time though. It's hard to do them separately. Okay, let's try and cut these again. you know, it really wasn't this hard until I tried to show you all how to do it. I've got a pretty good hole in here, so there we go. Okay, so if you find you get to the end and it's like uneven, you just need to pull that ribbon through like that. And then you've got, it'll just kind of balance out. So you just kind of want to keep your ribbon even on both sides. And then I'm just going to take this and tie at the end, tie it off, just kind of wrap it around my finger and tie it off just like that. And then I'm going to just trim this so that it looks nicer. And then we've got our ornament. So there you go. So there's one, just like that. Isn't that pretty and so easy? And then you can, like I said, you just pull this and fold this down like that. And then you can pull your bead in, and now you've got a little tag on there. So if you wanted to, I actually think it'd be really cute on a bag open like this, just adhered like that. And then if you took a scrap piece of white, let's just grab one here, and stamped on here, let's pick something that says like to you or something. We'll just pick something generic. I'll just take something here out of our Christmas label set. To you, I'm going to take. And if we just stamp on our tag here, let's take some real red. And you could make a really fancy tag if you want. I'm just going to do it like this just for a last minute demonstration of what it could look like for you. And then we're going to just kind of trim this off. My scissors are not looking nice. They got stuff stuck all over them. And now you've got this to you little tag. And of course you could write on it a little bit more. I'm going to actually just trim this down a little bit. And this is a really, you could punch a hole in it and then again thread it onto your ribbon before you stick it on. But it's actually really works well if you forget to do that, or even if you don't, to go in and you're going to punch a hole, just a little hole. And then you can just kind of cut a slit in there and you can put it on after the fact. So then we're just going to kind of feed it over our ribbon, just like that. And then we can just kind of tag it on there. So now you've got this to you that you can kind of put on here with your ornament and attach it to your like gift bag or on top of your gift or whatever that looks like. And of course you could dress this up and make it a lot prettier as far as the tag goes, but this is pretty basic. So anyways, there's an idea for you how to make this into more of a tag rather than an ornament or something that you would add to a gift. Actually, you know what I just thought? This would actually look really cute if you were giving, say, a bottle of wine or and you use this, put this over the neck of the bottle and you had this hanging down with a tag on it. That would actually be a really cute way to decorate a gift of a bottle of wine or whatever you want we're giving. Okay, let's make one more. We're going to make one here out of these polka dots because I love them. And let's just make one that's all the same. So again, this really is just a reminder. Let's just make another one because they're so easy. We'll just do another one together here. So if you're just joining me, you're in luck. We're just repeating what we just did. And all we're doing here, again, you need 5 3x3 squares. And you're going to fold them in half both ways. And then you're going to turn it over and you're going to fold it point to point. And we're using our bone folder to get a nice edge on there. And then we're going to do that again. So we're going to just keep doing that. I really love everyone's comments and even on seeing on sharing Sundays, people sharing projects that they've made that we've done together during the 12 weeks of Christmas. It's just really fun to hear about the things that you guys are making and that you're enjoying this series. So thank you for joining me here every week, for making the projects and also for sharing them back with us. I love that. Otherwise, I don't get to see what you guys are making unless we're at class together. I love to know that you guys are at home using the supplies that you have on hand and having a great time just connecting with your family and your friends in creative ways. It's just, making gifts. It's just so thoughtful. Okay. We're getting there. We've only got one more to fold. And you can see how fast, like, I mean, you could literally decorate your whole tree like this. So if you don't have a lot of ornaments, or you want to change your color pattern or your colorways this year, this is a great way to do it. Super affordable. It's not going to take you a ton of time, and you're going to be able to make a really beautiful, I think, really beautiful tree. I'm going to definitely be adding these to my Christmas tree this year. My mom also gave me some handmade Christmas ornaments last year that she made with gold hoops and paper, and they're stunning. So if I remember, I'll bring them out and share them with you guys one day. But our kit that we have that are actually ornaments, there is a gold ring and sort of some evergreen styled pieces that go with it to make ornaments for your tree as well. So if you're looking for other ways to make ornaments, we have a whole kit for that. Okay, so we are using the polka dots as the outside this time. So we're going to fold in our inside. We've got our square. See, isn't that handy just having all of that tear and tape already there? I'm telling you, when I first was making them, I was not doing that. And this was delightful. This made all the difference. Just pre-tearing all of that tape and having it ready to roll. Yeah, this silicone mat actually would be a fabulous stocking stuffer for someone or a gift. It is very affordable, but can be used for so many different things in crafting. So if you have a crafter in your life, or if you are a crafter, make sure that you get this on your list. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys know or not, but you can actually go into my online store and create a wish list. Just by, you create a list and then you can add items to that list. Maybe I did a while as in a couple years ago, did a video about how to do that, but maybe I'll refresh that video for you guys, showing you how to make your wish list and how to share that with your loved ones, so that if there are things that you are wanting, you can just send them a link and they were able to find exactly what you're wanting for Christmas. It's a great way to get what you want under the tree. And also for, sometimes people don't know what to get you. So it's always just really nice to, be able to share that with them. Okay, we're getting there. And again, just remember, the only thing we have to make sure is that all of our closed points are together and all our open ends are together. That's the only thing that we have to make sure we do in this process. Other than that, we're just folding and stacking. Okay. All right, let's burnish that again. And so this one is going to be all the same inside and out, except for our two end pieces are going to be, will be the red. Okay, so we've got our stack of 5 that we folded. Now we're going to add our ribbon. So remember, we want our ribbon to come off of the end that opens. So when it comes together, our ribbon's going to hang up this way, okay? So we're going to add a strip that's going vertically, or I guess diagonally across our square. Vertically is not the right word. And then we're going to add our ribbon. And again, any ribbon that you want. We're going to flip this over. We just want a ribbon and bead combination where the ribbon and the bead have a little bit of friction so that the bead will stay in place when we open and close it. That's really the only thing that we need to make it a pop-up ornament. If you don't care that it pops up and closes, you don't actually even need a bead, right? We can just adhere these two ends together. You could actually just close these like this. If you're just going to close it, you wouldn't even need those two end pieces. But we are going to make it a pop-up one. So I actually might use the green side because I think it'll just hide in there a little better. Look at that. It's almost like I planned it. Oh, I am going to be a couple short, I guess, because I need to for the other piece. Pretty good. Pretty good guess. Okay, so we're going to get this off. We're going to add our end piece. And again, the purpose of this is just to cover up our ribbon and to create kind of I guess, closed surface for the edge of our tag when we close our ornament up. Okay, so let's take a couple more pieces here. We're going to put the adhesive on here. You could put the adhesive on this end as well, but I just find that this works a little bit easier and I have a little bit more control this way. Now, the great thing about tear tape is if you go over like this, you can literally just take off the paper and fold it back like that. It's just going to stick on itself, and it's double-sided, so it's still fully adhesive in that part that you flipped over. So don't worry too much about that. Okay, so this works better if I just make that flat. I'm just going to line that up like that. And again, this one, it actually looked like it kind of fit pretty good. I don't know what I did before then because it was kind of sticking over and just was not doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, so we've got this. And again, I'm going to take one of these square beads because they have been working well for me. And I'm going to cut these ends into kind of a really as sharp of a point as I can. And if you honestly have better scissors, use them. Those ones, they're better for paper. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's just put that through the hole. We're just gonna pull it in like that. And there we've got our ornament. I love the polka dots with the green, actually. I think that's really pretty. So it's like the opposite of this. But it's gonna look really nice on the tree, complementing each other. Okay, so we've got this open. I'm gonna just take this and tie this up. Just like so. Okay, trim off my ends if I want to, or if you want to. Oh, that's really pointy. That would have been good when I was trying to put it through my bead. And again, if you want to close it, you're just going to pull your bead, wrap this around like that, and then you're going to close it with your bead, and it's going to hold your little tag in place. So again, add it to a gift bag, add it to a gift, put it in the mail. It flattens out really nicely. You could mail actually a whole bunch of these flattened out in an envelope as long as you beat the Canadian Post strike that is imminent. Yeah, always at Christmas season. Smart strikers. That's all I have to say. Okay, so there we are. We have made a whole bunch of ornaments in no time flat. This ribbon is a little bit twisted. As a reminder, all of our designer series paper in the annual catalog is 20% off right now. You can get this ribbon online as well. This again is our greenery. What is this called? Our seasonal greenery vellum. So you can actually, the vellum, there's some of it has evergreens on it. It has different leaves. So that would look really pretty as well. And again, if you want to just keep it open, you don't even need to have a bead like in this one. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed this project. It was a lot of fun. I have obviously enjoyed making them and plan to make more for my Christmas tree. Share with us what you make. Again, I love seeing your projects. And if you'd like to shop any of these supplies, you'll find it in my online store, and the link is in the description for you. So happy stamping, and thank you so much for joining me. I cannot believe we are now finishing week 7 of 12. We're rounding the corner. So I hope you've already started kind of thinking about your gift giving or making your list. Make your list and send it to someone with what you really want this season. So Merry Christmas. I feel like it's time now. So we'll see you again next week. Bye.